Hello, welcome to Heritage Media, the home of transformation. Today we start our lesson. Let's talk about the beginner's guide to graphic design, or what is graphic design. So in the first place, before we continue, please subscribe and don't forget to like this video and share this link. Let's start.
Are you in need of media service such as live streaming, photography, video production, graphic design works like logos, flyers, brochures? Heritage Media got you covered. Contact us on 0246 501946 or 0207 013485. Heritage Media, the home of transformation.
So everybody wants to be different and stand out from the crowd. The need for graphic design has increased ever since brands, companies, small businesses, and the like saw the need for them. To differentiate themselves from the competition with the use of visual identity elements, graphic design, the real meaning of graphic design is simply the act of communicating with the use of design elements such as lines, text, shapes, forms, and so on, with a proper understanding and application of design principles. So graphic design has taken a lot of shapes over the years. To better understand the importance of graphic design, let's take a walk down memory lane. In 1890s, Art Nouveau was a global movement that influenced the creative design industry. Art Nouveau played a big role in bridging the gap between modern graphic design and historical academic art. It is characterized by sinuous lines and flowing organic shape based. In the 20th century, the international typographical style, also known as the Swiss style of design, as you can see the Swiss style on the screen, was originated in Switzerland. This formed the basis of a lot of development within the history of graphic design. This style of graphic design focuses more on the use of sans serif fonts rather than sketches. Okay, so first we've talked about what is graphic design and a little history about graphic design. So let's move on to the element of graphic design. Design fundamentals may not seem as a big deal to some, but they are what form everything we see in design today. So every design that you see, they are all elements that form a design. So the elements in graphic design that form the foundation for every piece of work you see out there. A line. Let's talk about design elements. We have a line, we have shape, we have form, we have color, then we have texture, then space, then typography, or someone will say typography. So let's start with line, the element of graphic design or element of design. Line. A line can be straight, thick, curved, thin, solid, or dashed. Lines are powerful design elements for adding structure to a layout or composition. Lines can be used to frame information and to divide information. It can also be used to add hierarchy, emphasis, to decorate and to draw the eye to a specific point. So lines being used to frame information. So we have examples, we have powerful designs, we have straight lines, thick lines, curved lines, things as illustrated on the screen. Then we have shape. In design elements, shapes are elements which have just two dimensions and are measured by their height and width. So shapes are defined by boundaries such as lines or color and can also be created with negative space. So we have shape as line, then shape in color, then shape in negative space. And we also have geometric shapes, organic shapes, then we have logo shapes. So these are all the examples of the shapes Then shapes are defined by boundaries such as lines or color and can also be created with negative space. Okay, so let's move on to form. Form. Any three-dimensional object is called a form. Forms are the 3D equivalent of shapes, and as such are measured by their height, width, and depth. Form can be defined by a lot of things, such as the presence of shadows on surfaces or faces of an object, and can be enhanced by tone, texture, and color. So geometric forms are typically man-made using machines, while organic forms are forms that are irregular or natural. So we have geometric forms and organic forms. So this is an example of a shape, then this is an example of a form. Okay, so let's move on to a graphic design element, color. Color is one crucial element to the world, or of the world, which designers need to pay attention to. I must say that color plays one of the biggest role in graphic design. With color, you can give emphasis, and it can also be used to give organization to your work, and it can create impact and create a specific look and feel in a piece of graphic design work. So in color, we have primary colors, secondary colors, tertiary colors, then warm and cool colors as illustrated on the screen. Then we have complementary color opposites each other in the color wheel, monochromatic shades and tints of the same color. We'll talk about shades and tints in the next video. Then we have analogous colors found close to each other and on the color wheel. Then we have triadic, space equally on the color wheel. So we have a color wheel is the organization of color hues around a circle. So we have a color wheel. This is a color wheel, and this is a color spectrum. You see that there is a whole lot of difference. Let's move on to texture. So texture refers to the surface quality of an element. In design, there are two key types of texture: image textures and pattern texture. Image texture is generated from a combination of organic or geometric shapes and color. Pattern texture is also generated from organic or geometric shapes and color, though pattern texture is mostly manufactured. So we have image textures. This is an image texture. We have biological textures, as you can see, the skin of a lion and a leaf. Then we have man-made textures. Then we have pattern textures. As you can see, we have environmental and biological pattern textures. Then we have man-made patterns. As you can see, Louis Vuitton and other things. So let's move on to the graphic design element, space. The space is the area within, around, above or below an element, or element is called below an element, or an element is called space. In design, there are two types of space: positive space and negative space. So this is an illustration of a positive space, and this is also an illustration of negative space. Negative space is the white space or empty space, which is the part of the design that is not there. Then positive space refers to the shapes of objects, the space between the visual elements. This can also be the background color of the design. Then the last one is typography or typography. So typography involves arranging a typeface in various combination of font size and spacing. So let's get something right here. There's a difference between a font and a typeface. So typeface simply refers to specifically, or let's say typeface refers specifically to the shape and style of the letters, organized into a set based on the alphabet, numbers, and punctuations. That is a typeface. Then font is an instance of a typeface. For example, Times New Roman. I believe you all have Times New Roman installed on our computer, even on MS Word. Even when you are typing letters, you can use the Times New Roman font. So Times New Roman font is of the serif typeface. Times New Roman is of the serif typeface. So we have the sans serif typeface. We have the sans serif types of typeface. We have the sans serif, serif, slab serif, rounded. We have scripts. We have black letter. We have decorative, and we have abstract. So here is where we are going to end our element of design lesson. Our next lesson is going to be graphic design principles. Stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe and like and share the video for us. You can also drop in your comment in the comment section, any question, and we have a WhatsApp group. You can also comment and add, then we add you. Comment, then we add you. Thank you. This is Heritage Media, the home of transformation. Bye bye.